Okay, directly straight ahead is the border, so the China border. So today it's October 3rd, it's a holiday weekend, and the tourist visas for mainland China are almost wide open now. So there's a lot of talk about how big it's going to be, and I'll tell you some other things about how it may not be as big, but it is still going to be more than usual, the most that we've seen in 6 months or so. But I'll tell you all about that in about 20 seconds from now. Go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. And so basically this direction goes to the southern part of Macau. All these tall high rises, but we're going to be going straight this way. And so yeah, basically the restrictions have been lifted for China, but you know, people from Hong Kong or Taiwan, they have to do a two-week quarantine, and no foreigners are allowed to come in. So even people who have work visas cannot return to their homes or their jobs. So they're still banned and unable to return. And tourists are at the bottom of the list. Foreign tourists, Chinese tourists are number one. So so that's the highest priority, more than foreigners who have jobs and work visas and things like that. Like they have a so yeah, so now the doors basically wide open now, almost. I mean, there's some, it's still not fully, but we're expecting to see quite a few people this weekend. It's a Mid-Autumn Festival, so we're gonna walk straight down and just kind of check everything out, and it's straight ahead, and we'll start seeing some suitcases. We can see some suitcases already. So some people ask about when can foreigners come back, when can foreigners visit Macau. I don't see that happening anytime in a very long time. I think that's, I mean, they can't even let, they call them blue card holders, they can't even let, you know, tourists who have work visas here can't even return. So there's almost, yeah, and they have apartments and jobs here. So yeah, I think it'll be quite a while before they let any foreigner come in for tourism reasons. But for mainland Chinese tourists, they're trying to bring them in very large numbers. So that's definitely their highest priority, and you'll probably see that today. All these people are coming across from Zhuhai, and we'll just kind of see what we can see. And you can see some suitcases. You can see, I don't know, I don't see as many suitcases as you'd think. We're gonna walk right into the crowd here, go directly to the immigration point. Usually people that are going in are going on the other side, so I'm basically bucking the train and going the opposite way. But this way it's kind of more interesting for viewers, so they can actually see all the different people that are coming in and things like that. And there's security, taxis, lots of taxis bringing all the tourists to the hotels. Not all of them are tourists. Some of them, you know, like these two ladies look like they just do import-export, so they'll bring stuff cheaply and they'll sell it over here, make some money. So there's lots of kind of like cross-border economic activities, and there's also a mix of tourists too. And some people look like they, those ones look like they might have went over to go shopping. So a lot of people that live in Macau will go shopping over there. But me as a foreigner, I can't go to China, so I'm not allowed to go anywhere. Yeah, Macau has been COVID-free since March, I believe. But we've also been closed to, you know, we can't really go anywhere. We're only allowed to go to one place, and that's to our home country, and then you can't come back. I mean, basically, you can if you have a residency rights, then you can come back to Macau. But if you're on a work visa and you want to visit your, I don't know, if you have a family and you want to see them or somebody, but yeah, you can't go, you can't do that, you can't come back. Anyways, we're checking out the Chinese tourism for the mainland today. A lot of people are pretty curious about it because they knew that this weekend was a big one, and you can definitely see that there's people around with suitcases. And what we're gonna do is walk over by these buses, and I'll explain that bus system in a minute as well. So yeah, all these ones are coming in directly from the border. It's kind of curious if you could see a foreigner in there. I saw one Filipina, but I don't know if she was I don't know what her story was. I don't know if she's actually coming back from the border or if she's Chinese, Filipino-looking Chinese. All these buses are taking people to their hotels. So these go to like Wind Palace, MGM. So basically, if you did come in from actually any entry point, there's free shuttle buses. And we're going to show you that as well. So I think that, and then sometimes they'll promote. So she works for SJM, so she would be promoting one of the buses. And I am in a line for the free shuttle bus to Galaxy. But yeah, all of these ones, they go to Studio City, MGM, Star World, and etc. Anyways, I think we're gonna end it right there, but at least you got to see a little bit of what the border looks like now. I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, you can feel more of a mainland. Because I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna walk across. I'll keep the camera going a little bit longer. I'm sure you're curious to see. So I'll also catch the people that are coming in from the border as well. I mean, sorry, the ones that are going to China. So all the ones that I just filmed were coming into Macau from China, and the other route are ones going from Macau into China. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? So we're gonna walk over to that side, and then you can see all the people going to China. So now we're kind of following this little route. I'll turn it on in a second. Okay, so that's the border. We just came this way. This one right here is the buses. So you can take the city buses in this way right here. And then the other one was the for the ones at the casinos. So most of these people would probably be Macau people who know the bus routes and are going home. The other ones, they take you to the hotel. So basically anybody that's going to get a hotel one is probably going to a hotel. And anyone that takes this one is probably a local. The security right there. Oh, those are lost kids. So I think that those are, in fact, they're maybe lost kids there. So all these people are going into China. So they're either Chinese who are going back home, or they're Macau people that are visiting. So Macau people who are Chinese ethnicity, they can go into China, but we cannot. Foreigners cannot. I have a tourist visa to go into China. I haven't left Macau since March, but we can't go into China. But it's kind of funny because if I talk to locals, you know, they'll say, "Oh, why don't you go to Zhuhai? You know, you have a holiday weekend." We can't do that. Not allowed. Foreigners can't go anywhere except their home country. We can do a 2-week quarantine in Hong Kong, and then have to do a 2-week. Well, if you have a work visa, you can't come back. But if you're a foreigner with residency, which is a different thing, then you could come back if you were in Hong Kong. Anyways, so we're back. So that's basically what the border looks like, and it kind of explains the situation. And we'll just kind of walk down this main street, and then we'll probably end this video shortly. So yeah, that's the border, China and Macau. You can see how kind of busy. Suitcases, lots of economic activity, people moving stuff back and forth. Lots of sunlight because it's the middle of the day. And I guess we'll end it there, so let's just turn around. Then that's the border right there, so let's end it right there.